Ghost Rider Final Vengeance, issue number 1 from Marvel Comics. So we get a new Ghost Rider in this. Johnny Blaze loses his powers, and a new person takes on the spirit of vengeance. Who is that new person? Well, you're just going to have to keep watching. So, yeah, basically, we just kind of get Zarathos, aka the Spirit of Vengeance, the Ghost Rider powers, talking about how he's had previous hosts before, how his current host is Johnny Blaze, and how he feels like he's used Johnny Blaze as much as he can, and that he's done. He doesn't feel like Johnny Blaze is taking his job seriously for some reason. I don't know, but he's gonna leave Johnny Blaze. So we see Johnny Blaze. He morphs into the Ghost Rider, and he goes into a tunnel so he can fight a giant spider. Yeah. And for some reason, when he morphs into the Ghost Rider and his motorcycle morphs, it morphs into Danny Ketch's motorcycle. I don't know why. There's no explanation for this. I'm guessing the artist maybe just got confused and thought that Danny Ketch's motorcycle is the one that Johnny uses. But no, Johnny doesn't use this motorcycle. This is Danny Ketch's, but whatever. But yeah, he fights this giant spider, or he's going to fight this giant spider, when the Spirit of Vengeance is like, all right, we're done. And it leaves Johnny Blaze and disappears. And so now Johnny is stuck as a normal human mortal with no powers, no weapons, no nothing, against this giant spider. So Johnny's basically screwed. Unless someone comes to save him, he's dead. And then Spirit of Vengeance goes around infecting a bunch of people, trying to find its new host. And kills people in the process of doing so. But yeah, we see it taking over EMTs, dead people, strippers, farmers, surfers, sumo wrestlers. Eventually, it comes across this one woman who is working like 2 shifts to try to raise her kids because her husband died of an OD, of an overdose. And the mother-in-law is trying to get custody of the kids for reasons we don't know, but they seem kind of negative. Because we see the grandmother pulling out drugs and planting them in the house to try to frame the young woman, that she's the one that's doing drugs and that she's not suitable to be raising the kids. And then the grandma goes and gets CPS, Child Protective Services, to come. And as the CPS is on its way, the Spirit of Vengeance infects the woman. And the grandma and CPS shows up. CPS runs away when it sees Ghost Rider. The grandma tries to get the kids to come with her, but the kids walk past her, shut the door, and then lock it. And basically says, we're going to stay with mommy because she'll do anything to protect us. And the Spirit of Vengeance melts the old woman's face. So, yeah, she kills this woman. I mean, this woman wasn't innocent, I guess. I mean, she was trying to plant drugs on her daughter-in-law so she can steal custody of the kids. But that seems a little harsh. And then I'm gonna skip a bunch of stuff, but yeah, more people become infected. Eventually, a mutant named Danger gets infected, and she uploads this virus, and the Spirit of Vengeance infects the virus, or I guess empowers the virus, I would say, because how can you infect the virus? The virus is already an infection. But he basically she puts out malware, and the Spirit of Vengeance poisons it with demonic code. And what this does is it infects everybody that's using a computer, a laptop, a tablet, a smartphone, and it causes them to jump out of buildings and unalive themselves. I guess to use YouTube-friendly words. So yeah, Spirit of Vengeance kills a bunch of people by causing them to unalive themselves. That, I don't know, that doesn't seem like something the Spirit of Vengeance would do. Literally in the last volume with Johnny, we had multiple times where the Spirit of Vengeance would come out whenever innocent blood was shed. Like whenever an innocent person was killed or hurt, the Spirit of Vengeance would come out to protect them. Now the Spirit of Vengeance is killing a bunch of innocent people and causing a bunch of them to throw themselves out of buildings. Very, very weird. I don't understand this whatsoever. We even get like one moment where it goes into space. So the Spirit of Vengeance goes into outer space, where there's this brood hive that's killed a bunch of people, and there's one scientist lady left alive, and one of the brood hive decides to save this woman and fight against its own kind because it's in love with this woman. So like we have this interspecies love situation. I guess it's one sided because the woman doesn't understand why the brood hive is helping her, but she thanks him anyways. But yeah, the brood hive is in love with this woman for reasons that's never explored. It's just, oh, maybe he finds her sexually attractive or something. So we got like this like weird bestiality thing going on. And then it comes back to Earth and eventually it chooses its new host. And are you guys ready for this? Want to see who the new host is? Here's the spoilers. So get ready. If you don't want to be spoiled, then stop here. It's the Hood. Yeah, that joke of a character becomes the new Spirit of Vengeance. He's the new Ghost Rider. Yeah, the Hood of all characters. At least it's not like a female character who's like super great at everything and is becomes the hero's journey. At least it's an established character, as much as you can say the Hood is established. But yeah, of all people to be the new Spirit of Vengeance, it's the Hood. Why? I don't know. I don't understand any of this. It's just whatever. I don't I don't get why Marvel keeps trying to get rid of its legacy characters and replace them with new characters. They did it just recently with Punisher. They've done it way before with like, Thor and She-Hulk and Wolverine, Captain America, and Iron Man. They've replaced all of them, Spider-Man. So it's only a matter of time before they got Ghost Rider. But at least they, I guess, replace him with another character that's already like known. But still, I don't want this. I don't think anyone wants this. And the thing is like we know where this is going to go. We're going to have either one of two outcomes. Either at the end of the series, Hood is going to lose the Spirit of Vengeance and it's going to go back to Johnny. At which point, this entire series would be pointless because we just go right back to the status quo again. Or the series is going to tank. It's going to get canceled. And then Johnny Blaze is going to come back sometime in the future as a Spirit of Vengeance. And this series will never get mentioned again. At which point it becomes pointless. So this series kind of seems pointless. I honestly don't understand this. Artwork is good. Writing is, I feel like it's not making sense to me. It's not making sense why it decides to just abandon Johnny Blaze. I mean, it gives somewhat of a reason, but it's not a reason I buy. I don't understand why it's going around killing a bunch of people and causing a bunch of people to unalive themselves. I don't know why it went to space temporarily in that whole love situation. That was weird. I don't know why it would pick the Hood. I don't know why Marvel would pick the Hood to be the new Spirit of Vengeance. And that's the entire issue is just basically it going around killing people, trying to find a new host, and then at the end it finds a new host. So if you just want to see Spirit of Vengeance killing a bunch of innocent people, I guess this is up your alley. But other than that, like, I don't know. I thought we could have done more with Johnny. Like, we literally ended the last volume where Johnny finds a new love interest and their relationship seems to be working. They had like a cool partnership, with him and Talia, and it ended with her being dragged into hell. So a cool mini series, or just a cool series overall, would have been Johnny going into hell to try to save her because she didn't die. She got dragged into hell while still alive. So you would think, hey, maybe he would go into hell to try to bring her back. Like that would have been like a cool story, especially since like we saw Johnny, he sees the Spirit of Vengeance as a curse. And it's like, well, why don't you use that curse to do something good? Bring your loved one back to Earth and get her out of hell. And I mean, this is like a tale as old as time, people journeying into the underworld to save a loved one. But I thought that could have been like a cool series. Instead, no. Instead, the Spirit of Vengeance is like, all right, all that like time that we spent together. Well, we're done. So I'm just gonna let you die to this giant spider. Then I'm gonna go kill a bunch of people until I find someone to become my new host. And of all the people I can pick, because they literally seem to go through almost everybody, it decides that the Hood's the best person for the job. Why the Hood? Again, I don't know, but yeah, it's just I don't know. I don't understand this. The funny thing is that this is from the same writer as Ghost Rider, and it's like I really loved Ghost Rider. So it's just it kind of hurts to see you do this to Johnny when you had such an amazing series with him not that long ago. But yeah, there you go. There's Ghost Rider Final Vengeance. The Hood. The Hood's the new Ghost Rider for anyone who wants to know. There you go. Not a fan of this. I will read the next issue just to see like, how it goes. But yeah, I didn't like this. Then again, like it would have been really hard to win me over because I don't like Johnny losing his powers. I think Johnny is the Ghost Rider. I know some people like Danny Ketch. To me, it'll always be Johnny Blaze. Johnny Blaze should always be the Ghost Rider, in my opinion. And I wish that there was only one Ghost Rider. I think that the more Ghost Riders you have, the more you kind of delude the powers. It's kind of like with Spider-Man. I think there should only be one Spider-Man, and it should be Peter Parker. There shouldn't be any other Spider-Man. There shouldn't be any other characters with spider powers that are similar to Spider-Man. It kind of devalues the whole Spider-Man gimmick, in my opinion. That's just my opinion, though. Yeah, I was already kind of like, I don't want to see Johnny losing the powers, but I knew it was gonna happen, and I was just like, all right, well, let's see what happens. I want to give it a chance. I didn't like this. I didn't like this at all. I'll read the next issue just to see if it gets any better. I don't know though. I I think this is a series that didn't need to get made. I would have liked to see something else with Johnny. I don't want to see him losing his power, especially to the Hood of all people. But I don't know. At least it's an established character, I guess. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next time. Take care. Later. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still want to thank you for watching it this far, and I hope the next one is more to your liking. With that said, thank you once again, and I hope you guys and gals have a good one. Later.